Inside of this package is the Stargazer by Hisingy, and this is an all-in-one FPV package that's really pretty different than anything else on the market. So this package was built for beginners, and I don't think a lot of drone people are going to like it because Hisingy is doing things very different. In fact, they're doing things the way I wanted them to be done when I got into FPV. They're making it a whole lot easier. And I think a lot of FPV people will not like this setup, and I'll explain to you why. But you know what? This wasn't built for them. This is built for someone that does not fly, and I think they made some really good choices. Stay tuned, and I'll tell you what those are. Now I already got most of the important things out of the box. Let's get this out of the way. They did a nice job of designing it. It looks really cool. Definitely kids are gonna enjoy it. But I wanna talk about the components, but let's talk about a few other things, right? You get a nice little carrying bag and some literature that's actually pretty well done, plus some stickers, right? If you wanna decorate your Stargazer, you can. I obviously opted not to, right? I don't wanna spend the time putting them on there because I'm pretty sure they're just going to peel off. I actually talked to some people over at Hisingy, and while my comic book here has a lot of Chinese on it, the version that comes out in the United States is gonna be different, so don't be swayed by the extra Chinese characters on here. They're gonna give you an English version. Now you do get cards, so you're gonna scan these different components into their app, and I'll tell you about the app in a little bit. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the components that come with it, starting with this set of goggles. Now, they're a standard box goggle set. We've got an 18650, comes with the battery on board, and they're pretty basic, just a couple of buttons. But the optics are really good. That's because these goggles are made by Fat Shark. That's right, these are Fat Shark goggles. Now, there's no DVR, and that's a little disappointing, but you can add one via module. You can actually record on the module, or you can record on your phone if you opt to pick one of those up. Now, I'm gonna show some recordings from these goggles, but it wasn't recorded here. I recorded on another set of goggles, and actually recorded in black and white, which is a little concerning because my video picture wasn't in black and white, but nevertheless, I'll show you what that looks like, and I'll show you some video of this thing flying around. Overall, I like the goggles. They're decent. I wish the padding was a little bit thicker. I put the wedges in on the side. I felt like that just made this a little bit more comfortable. Nice little neck strap. Overall, decent set of goggles. We've got the antennas built in here, so thumbs up on that one. Let's talk about the remote here. Now, my remote, I did not opt again to put the stickers on it because, again, if you're moving it around, I didn't want them to fall off, but it's pretty basic and pretty simple. We've got a couple of buttons on the top, right, one over here and then two on the side. So over here, this big button is gonna help me flip over if I crash, and I do, and you will also. And then these two other buttons, one will make it beep and the other will change the flight modes. This button down here is my engine start. We call this the arm button. It's kind of fun. They have the engine start, and then of course we have our power button on top. There is a charging port here, and that's USB-C. This does not work with any simulators that I know of. Now, Hisingy told me they're working on their own simulator, so that's cool if they get that working. But right now, as of now, no sims with this thing. Now, it is not FrSky or ELRS. I was hoping that it would be, and actually so were they. But with chip shortages, they weren't able to make this ELRS compatible. So that's kind of a bummer for future compatibility. But the remote is nice and solid and feels good. Gimbals are good. You can pinch, you can thumb. It's probably a little bit more comfortable to thumb, but I was able to pinch as well. Let's talk about the drone itself. It's actually really nice. We've got brushless motors. We've got a fixed camera. We've got our video antenna coming out the back. And it is analog, right? So we don't have a digital feed. It's pretty darn durable. I crashed this thing a ton of times, and I don't know, actually right there, I think I see right there, there's a crack, but You're gonna be able to bounce this thing off of walls. It's pretty darn rigid and sturdy. It is actually really well designed. This canopy does come off. Yeah, so if you wanted to swap this out, you certainly could. We just have that one connection point there for your camera. Pretty nice little setup. This thing's super robust, which is absolutely a bonus if you're gonna give this thing to a beginner. Now you get 4 batteries, and these are 1S batteries. They just kind of slide right in, click in. They click into place, and you can see the LED on the back. Now I can change the color of that LED, and it's looking for my radio. Now when I turn on my radio, it's gonna bind up. Once it starts breathing here on the bottom, tells me that we're good, and I can go ahead and click the engine start button, and it'll fly. This drone is incredibly stable, and that's because they do something that most drone manufacturers don't, or at least most FPV drone manufacturers don't. They include an altitude hold, a barometer, right? This thing stabilizes in the up and down axes. It is not something that you have to absolutely manage your throttle control all the time, which for a beginner is really pretty awesome. It's a lot more like driving an RC car, right? I can give an RC car to my nephew or to my daughter or to really anybody, and they can drive around and no problem. But if I give an FPV drone to any of those people, they are absolutely going to crash it. Except not this one, right? They're gonna crash, but it's gonna be a lot easier for them to fly because of the altitude hold. That was the first really awesome thing that I liked about this quad. Now I can turn altitude hold off if I learn how to fly this, but they've done a really nice job of making that work, so it's a lot easier for people to fly. I know firsthand how frustrating flying FPV is in the beginning, and adding that feature is just gonna make it a lot better for a whole lot more people. Now, FPV guys aren't gonna like that, but it's absolutely true. Why does the hobby have to be difficult? This makes it easy. So I get 4 batteries in the package, and I can charge them all with this charger. They don't take very long. And I was getting 4.5, 5, a little bit over 5 minutes per battery. I suggest you stick to 4.5 minutes or so you don't drain these batteries all the way to 0. You want to stop flying when they hit about 3.5 volts per cell. That'll just help them last a little bit longer. So when I compare it to a similarly sized drone that's an FPV drone, this is built for hobbyists, right? This thing is a whole lot lighter. It's not nearly as robust as my Stargazer. It's definitely faster, but again, I can make this thing go fast enough. It's a little bit cheaper. That's definitely a bonus, but I have to be able to figure out what this works with. I have to choose the right components. I have to buy my own goggles. I got to buy my own remote, and then I got to make sure they're the right ones that work with this guy. Then I got to go ahead and bind them and set everything up. And now I know how to use Betaflight, and that's good for me, but Betaflight is a pain in the butt, especially if you're a newbie. That is an absolute barrier to entry. Hisingy took that away. They put it all into an app that connects on your phone. You plug this thing in, you take your phone out, and you can connect right away. Okay, so let's talk about this app. This app is fantastic, and I love it because it is not Betaflight, and it's super intuitive. Now, my first screen here, if I tap on the lower left, I just get some updates and greetings and things from Hisingy. Nothing super important there. If I click on the next icon, this is where the magic starts happening, right? This first one, add item. I scan a QR code for anything that I have, right? If I get a different remote, different pair of goggles, different drone, different whatever, I can check it in here and I get points and things. They're basically gamifying the entire setup. Now, aircraft configuration is what I'm looking for. That's where the magic happens. And I'm going to connect to my drone via Bluetooth. So I click on the search button. I renamed mine Half Chrome. I click on that and it's connecting to my quad. Now, the first thing I can do is I can change the video channel that I'm on. Yes, right here. Right now it's just channels 1 through 6, and then I have a prep channel, I think, which I believe is 8. These are race band channels, and I was talking with Hisingy. I think they're going to end up with just 1 through 8, so that you can switch between the different race bands. So it's easy, and it's going to connect to my goggles. It's going to change on my goggles. It all works. Pretty darn awesome. And I click on the tuning tab, and I can tune my quad. Now you get points for flying. I got the cheat code, so I have 18 for performance points. So what I can do is I can make my drone fly faster, right, or slower. It starts off really slow. I can change how quickly it changes horizontal speed, right? So my pitch and my roll, my roll here. I can change how fast it yaws, right? Pretty awesome. I click save, and now my drone went from being super stable and really easy to fly for a beginner to pretty darn quick and nimble for a guy like me that wants to experience this moving quickly. So I click save. Then I also have this general tab here, and in this general tab I can change my aircraft name. I can change the color of the LED. Let's make it red. I can do a calibration, right? So if it's actually a little wonky, I set it on a table, I hit level cal, I can change the pitch and the roll, right? I can basically trim it. I can turn sport mode off. That is my altitude hold. Collision protection, that's awesome. So the motors are spinning and it detects that it hits something, it's gonna stop the motor. So if I stick my fingers in while the blades are going, it's gonna stop. It'll sting a little bit, but it's gonna stop. Stick mode 1, 2, or 3. I can upgrade my flight controller. That's my firmware, right? I don't have to download goofy drivers, make sure I know what's happening. I just say, oh, do you have a new firmware? Let's check. And then it will check for my firmware update. And if it has one, it's going to download it. Looks like I've got one coming here, so I'm gonna pause the video and let that happen. Now I talked to Hisingy and they are very insistent on making this the best drone that they can. Actually, I talked to their engineer, great dude, and he talked to me about how he's working to make this thing more flyable, more stable, everything that we're looking for. So as of right now, this drone has not been released. I actually have a pre-version that they sent me. And they're working on this one, they're working on other ones. They're constantly trying to make this a better product. They're going about things the right way, right? Why do they have Fat Shark goggles when they could have opted for another company's less expensive goggles? Well, because that other company had some patented hardware that they shouldn't have, and they decided that that wasn't ethical. Yeah, it's not. This company is doing things the right way. They're working with kids. They're doing STEM camps. This is awesome, and I'm really excited to see it. No, it's not for current drone people. No, I'm not telling you to go buy this thing as an FPV drone, but it is a good gift. It is a good thing if you're looking for something, you know, you're really intimidated by flying FPV because it's hard and you've seen these things, or maybe you've even flown one of these and you're like, that is ridiculous. How do I ever do that? You can do it with one of these. This is different. I even like the idea that you can't just go full throttle and have all the fun controls right from the beginning. You kind of have to earn them, and you earn points the more you fly. The more you fly, the more points you get, and then the more you can unlock with this drone. It's like a real live video game. Very cool stuff from Hisingy. So I'm super excited about this thing. Now, it's not for everyone. I've said that a couple of times, and it's also not cheap, right? So the drone, the remote, the goggles, the whole package, I believe it's $399, might be $299. Either way, that's expensive. Are there cheaper options out there? Yeah, I love the Emax stuff. I can get a full set of Emax things for about $200. For about $220, I think is the Emax Easy Pilot Pro. That's a great drone. You get a good set of goggles and you get a decent remote. But it's certainly not going to be as easy to fly as this one will. Okay, so let's talk about some of the other things you can do inside this app. Down here, again, still that second tab, we've got this media import. Now, if you have the module that connects to the goggles, you can send videos right from the goggles to your phone. So if you want to share in social media or something like that, or just have them on your phone to show friends, that's how you do it. This next button will take you to the Hisingy website. So if you want to get to their website, you can do it that way. Just click done. So this bottom right-hand corner, you get some statistics. You can change your avatar, you keep track of your experience points, your airtime points, the number of flights you have, number of crashes you have, and then various different achievements that you've unlocked. Like I said, they've really gone to gamify this thing, and that's kind of fun. Up here on the calendar, again, there are some different daily check-ins, right? You check in, get some points, things like that. And then we have some various different settings up here that you can look into if you're interested. But this app is really awesome because it adds a whole lot of customizability to this quad. And that's easy for people to do versus, you know, say having to log into Betaflight. So that's something you have to think about when, you know, you're looking to get a drone. Do I want the robust beginner thing? You know, what if I end up liking this drone? You're going to end up spending a lot more money because this is not a cheap hobby, but it's a fun one. And I'd recommend that you do think about it. Or do you want something that's, you know, going to work for indoor tiny whip races? You know, that's this guy here. You kind of have to figure out what is the purpose and what is it that you want to do with the drone. Is it a gift for a kid? Yes, Stargazer is great. Is it a second drone for your Uncle Steve who likes to fly in his free time? No, definitely not. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I am super excited that Hisingy is doing things differently. The app is awesome. The idea behind the app is awesome. The robustness of this drone is great, and the altitude hold is an absolute game changer for people getting into this hobby. Yeah, like I said, I wish the hobby was this accessible when I was trying to get into it. Would have been a lot easier. Now I still would have to upgrade to do some of these things that I'm doing now, but this is a lot of fun and definitely something you should consider. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you get to decide for yourself if this is something you want. Now, if you want something that's a little more hobby grade that you can take to a tiny whoop race, I'd suggest the Easy Pilot Pro by Emax. I'll throw a link for one of those down there if you want to watch the video on that. Go for it, it's there as well. For what it's worth, I run a drone club and I teach kids how to fly FPV, and this is absolutely the easiest way to go. I'm excited to use this as a tool to help kids learn how to fly. Right now I'm using Emax stuff, and yeah, they get frustrated when it's bouncing off the ceiling. That's not gonna happen with this guy. I hope this was helpful. Make sure you check out our website, halfchrome.com, and our Patreon. On our Patreon, we've got some extra info there and a whole lot of stuff for the Part 107. So if you're looking to study to be a professional drone pilot, if you want to make a few bucks, you need that license information there for all of our Patreons. Hey, good luck, everyone, and happy flying.